Hello, all you wonderful fools. It's time for the Mizzah Tee Show.
All aboard!
Here we go, let's start the show. Hosted by Mizzah Tee. Nintendo video games are the favorite ones for me. News and reviews, some gameplay too. Battling drones is what I do. M-I-Z-Z-A-H is the show by Mizzah Tee. It's the show by Mizzah Tee. Hey fools, it's Mizzah Tee, and I'm back with more exclusive coverage of PAX East 2014. I really hope that you've enjoyed the video so far, as we're nearing the end of my coverage. Coming up next, we have my wonderful exclusive interview with Nick Watt of the indie game studio Nnooo. Nick Watt is a very delightful fellow, and he will share with us information on his upcoming games, as well as his insight into the industry and Nintendo. Well, without further ado, let's get the interview started.
Hi, I'm Nick Watt, the creative director at Nnooo. And I'm here with the Mizzah Tee Show at PAX East 2014. So we're a small games company from Sydney, Australia, and we're showing off 3 games here at PAX East this year. The first game, Em Bunnies, is coming out for PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita, and Nintendo 3DS later this year. And it's you play a really cute little bunny, and you're defending your rabbit burrow against an onslaught of super evil, but also very cute bunnies. And you've got these different weapons that you've created that you can use to defend yourself. So you have a carrot rifle, and it fires 4 different types of bullets, like heat-seeking parsnips, straight-firing carrots. You have a watermelon machine gun, and it also has 4 different types of bullets. You've got a turnip mortar, and you've also got a runner bean laser gun. And so as the game plays, you're turning around and you're defending yourself against an onslaught of these variety of different bunnies. So you've got runners, walkers, you've got burrowers who leap and dive under the ground, you've got flyers who pop up and grab their ears and float towards you. So it's a real pick up and play style game, and each bunny, when you kill it, releases coins, and you can use those coins to upgrade your weapons and purchase more powerful versions or different weapons depending on how you want to play the game. So we're also showing off Orbiter and Cubeman 2. Orbiter is developed by a university team in Canberra, Australia, and they're already Steam greenlit, and we're helping them bring it to consoles. So we're looking at platforms like PlayStation and other platforms like that. And it's a really cool journey or flow style game where you're exploring the space nebula, and it's got really nice gravity and physics-based mechanics. So you can hook onto these orbital objects, spin around them, and then slingshot from like a gravity bubble to gravity bubble. And the idea is you want to explore this big space nebula to find out where you come from, and you collect energy along the way that upgrades the ship and gives you new abilities. The final game is Cubeman 2. It's already released on Steam, on Mac, PC, and Linux, and it's also available on iOS. And we are helping Three Sprockets, a team based in Melbourne, Australia, bring it to console. So it's coming out on Wii U. And the cool thing about it is a real-time tower defense game, and it allows you to basically play in 8 different game modes, and you can play multiplayer in 6 of those modes against people on Mac, PC, Linux, iOS, and Wii U. So you can play totally cross-platform. The other cool thing is you can create your own levels. There's 4,000 user-generated levels already created by the community, and all of those will be accessible by all Wii U players as well. So Nnooo ourselves, we don't really find ourselves locked into genres, so we create quite a lot of different games. We've done our previous game, Escape Vector, was a real top-down Tron-style Pac-Man maze game, which won an Australian Game of the Year award. And we've also released an augmented reality RPG on 3DS, where wherever you go in the real world, you'll find cute Pokemon-style spirits that you can battle and capture. So we don't really have a genre per se. The Cubeman guys, Three Sprockets, they really focus on community-based games. So both Cubeman 2 and their new game, Fight the Dragon, allow users to create and share levels. So that's one of their big focuses. And then the Orbiter guys, for them, it's about strong gameplay and really polished, high-resolution graphics. They've got a really good keen eye for really polished, beautiful graphics. And so they've got another game called Deflector they've been showing off. And again, their games are quite arcadey. So I suppose, like ourselves, Nnooo, a lot of our focus is on real pick up and play kind of style games, which anyone in the family can play. I grew up playing video games. I was really lucky. My dad used to travel to Japan a lot. He'd come back with Game & Watches, so I kind of grew up playing Game & Watches, and then Super Nintendo and the N64. I studied architecture at university because it was before there were any video game degrees, and I graduated just as the PlayStation 1 and N64 were launching, and realized that my architectural training would be able to get me into the industry. So I applied to quite a few games companies and started in a small one in the UK, and then built up my skills and knowledge from there. Worked at Electronic Arts in London, and then moved to Australia in 2006 and set up Nnooo. And we're just a small team of 3 people, but we've done quite a few digital releases. Our first game, Pop, was a launch title on WiiWare, and then we've done a lot of DSi stuff, and we're now approved for Xbox One, Wii U, PS4, Vita, and 3DS, which is really cool. When we were setting up the company, I wanted to get into the digital publishing space, so we pitched some ideas for Nintendo. They were really open to it, and we got approval for a Wii. So that was the first console we started on, and since then we formed a really good working relationship with both Nintendo America and Nintendo Europe, and we've got really good contacts. They're really great. There's, like Sony, we started working with Sony over the last few years, and both companies, they're really approachable. A lot of their staff are really friendly and helpful, and they're obviously really busy, so you've kind of got to work out what the right questions to ask, and you can't be too needy and demanding all the time because they've got a lot of stuff on their plate. But we get a lot of support, like for the show, both Sony and Nintendo lent us hardware, so that we got a Wii U from them, we got Vitas, and we got a PS4 just so we could demo our games, because coming from Australia, it's a long way to bring all that hardware yourself.
Wow, FOOS, wasn't that nice? Thank you, Mr. Nick Watt of Nnooo, for giving us your time for an exclusive interview with the Mizzah Tee Show. We look forward to your upcoming games. More PAX videos are coming, so stay tuned, FOOS. Oh yeah, one more thing. Play Nintendo, FOOS.